Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Wow. So, what kind of summer are you having? Are you having a hot girl summer? I'm not. Well, no, actually, I am because it is literally hot. We're in a heat wave. But the numbers came out. It says unemployment claims hit high, 8-month high. It hit an 8-month high as job market shows strain, not gain, strain. What's going on? Looks like we're going to be having a hot unemployed summer. Yep, a hot, unemployed summer. And there are people looking for employment. It says unemployment claims hit 8 high month. Unemployment benefit claims jumped to 247,000 last week, according to the Labor Department. Wow. This marks the highest level in 8 months, exceeding economists' predictions. The highest level in 8 months. Been saying we got a problem in the country, the politicians are not addressing it. Okay, they're reporting the numbers. Okay, besides reporting, what's the plan for the Americans? The American people, we cannot control the companies. We cannot make them keep us on. What's the plan? We're basically on our own. It has been, this is crazy. If you're not concerned, maybe you're wealthy and rich and good for you. But even if that's the case, this is crazy. It is going to have an effect on people. When people start to lose just when you cannot acquire the basics in a country, food, shelter, there's not too much to ask for. We're not asking for the Waldorf Astoria. We're not asking to have a house that's got to be, $800,000 to $1 million. No, just for people to be able to afford food and housing. When you don't have that, you are on a fast track to decline. The country is basically declining. The middle class has been under attack. Some people have never dealt with job loss. So then when you look at job losses, job eliminations, and there's no job creation, look at the housing market. All the foreclosures. Some cities, there are small cities, the foreclosure rate is unbelievable. Never seen before. What's going to happen? You can't have communities where you're going to have large segments of homeless people, homeless families. People are going to start doubling up, trying to move in with someone. And then as a result of that, people start to sometimes clash. DV will rise, okay? Domestic violence. FV will rise, family violence. Oh, then again, don't forget it's against the law to be homeless. Unbelievable. Even though the homeless shelters are full, it's still against the law to be homeless. Do you not see what is happening to us? The American dream, trying to live it, is a nightmare. There are people, they have worked, older people, all across the country, even young people. They are literally losing everything that they own. I kid you not. Why? Job elimination, no job creation, you can't replace the income. Then it gets to a point you have no money. Out of all what is happening, I have yet to hear, and I watch the financial news 5 days a week and sometimes on the weekend. I have yet to hear them speak about, okay, listen, all the job eliminations, we need to go ahead and increase the unemployment. Haven't heard that. Why is that? They don't care. Why would they do that? Because there aren't many jobs out there. And some will say, well, there's jobs over here, jobs over there. In what community? Maybe they're hiring. Your location great for you. Again, some of these companies are hiring people, and you may start off maybe 30, 40 hours a week. The next thing you know, they start making changes. Oh, this week is only 25 hours a week. Oh, 20 hours a week. Some of them are posting jobs, and the person will get the job and like, oh, finally. No, because you might be a day laborer and you just don't even know it. You might be a weekly laborer and don't know it. You might be a monthly laborer and you just don't know it. Why? They get the work caught up for a certain amount of time. And then they realize, oh, okay, we're going to go ahead and slow down and then get you out of there. Nobody is safe. Wall Street is not safe. Some of the analysts, it is not safe. Administrative, not safe. Nurses, doctors, teachers. I can believe you had nurses living in their vehicles. God, be kidding me. A nurse. Out of all of this, all the job eliminations, no job creations, and it's not enough jobs that they're created where you can go ahead and sustain your current living if you've had decent money. It's just not possible. It's like they want us groveling. Where is the talk about people getting extended unemployment benefits? Where is that talk? Even Family Dollar is not safe. Retail, are you kidding me? It's a joke. Workers are being abused. Have you seen those big trucks that come in to do unloading to bring in the merchandise? If anyone had told me, I would have not believed such cruelty. I was in one of those stores and I heard the man complaining. He was an older gentleman and he was complaining that, guess what? In the store, they had him to unload that big truck all by himself. They had him to unload those boxes from that trailer, a tractor trailer. They had him to unload that all by himself. Not a box truck. I said tractor trailer all by himself. And it's hot. There should be a couple of men on there. No. See, at this point, there's job scarcity, so companies know that they can, I'm sorry, it's pretty much they can abuse the worker because if you don't do it, somebody else will. So all you're going to do is complain about it, but you're going to get it done. Why? There are many options out there. There's no talk about unemployment benefits, which it doesn't replace your salary. It pays like a maximum. Why can't they extend it for the people that need them? Some people have been unemployed, chronically employed. They are chronically employed, and once those benefits are gone, and then what? There are people who are losing out on the residents, be it a renter being evicted or foreclosed on. It's so bad that people are literally taking the things that they can on their backs and leaving a dwelling, a whole house full of furniture. And I don't mean trashed out either. I'm like, why would you leave your furniture here? You know why? They can't afford to get a U-Haul truck. And even if they could afford the truck, they can't afford the storage. Take it where? Some places for storage facilities, some of those places are so filled. And what the guy tell me? People move their stuff in there, and then a couple of months before you know it, that they lose it all. You see people sometimes going to a storage, and it's like full of furniture. I've seen someone like people grab clothes and stuff. Why? Because they've lost their place and they're staying with someone else. So they go back and forth to their storage to get what they need. Their life is in that home that they had is in that storage now. And then it's so bad now that some people cannot afford the storage. They end up losing everything. People get desperate. One person drove through the gate. Why? Because when you don't pay, your code doesn't work anymore. Drove through the gate and broke into the stores to get their things out. It's all on camera. They don't care. That's their life. Their lives are in there. People are literally losing everything that they've worked for. What kind of summer is it? Not a hot girl summer, a hot boy summer. No, it's a hot unemployed summer. 247,000 just last week. What's going on with the American dollars? Where are the systems that's supposed to be here to save us? We're saving everybody else. Illegal immigrants, we're saving other people in other countries. Remember that when the Biden administration and they gave the people, I couldn't believe that. What was that? Oh my gosh. Well, the war. I cannot have had a brain freeze. Anyway, gave him money because he said they needed some money in their pockets. I did a video on it. So they need some money in their pockets. So do Americans. And then on top of that, if you went to college, look, 37,000 jobs added in May. That's the slowest hiring since 2023. 37,000 jobs in May. The slowest. Unbelievable. Where's the help for the American people? Where is it? Maybe now is a good time, I think, to cut out corporate welfare. What? Hello, it's our money, people. It's off tax dollars. So I'm trying to understand, how is it logical that we continue the corporate welfare party off of the American taxpayer, and a lot of companies are going to AI? I'm just saying, please, I beg of you, make it make sense. A lot of companies are going AI. Make it make sense. So if that's the case, because it's, it should be, they're getting the tax dollars, which is basically corporate welfare, to create jobs for American people. Give and take. Quid pro quo. But if you're still getting tax dollars and you're firing the American people, and you're using AI, then let AI go ahead and pay you. Maybe it's time for corporate welfare to end, because corporate welfare, I don't see benefiting the people. I see benefiting the ones at the top. They're replacing people with AI, with our money. And since I feel like we're all getting played. Again, what kind of summer is it going to be? Hot girl summer? No. Hot boy summer? No. How about a hot unemployed summer? This is like the worst time ever to try and make it. This right here, the handwriting is on the wall. And maybe some of us, we're not really seeing it personally, but you should be concerned, because it's a fellow Americans. This here is, listen, we're going to start to see homelessness, DV, FV, domestic violence, family violence, crime, people checking out on drugs. They can't continue staying in those safe homes. They can't afford rent. They're going to be out in the streets. It's like a recipe for the Hunger Games. I've been saying it, what I call it, a civilized silent purge. When they take away your means to exist. You have housing insecurity, food insecurity, job insecurity. This will weigh down on people mentally. That's what I call a civilized silent purge. They're slowly, the system, the process, what's happening right now is like slowly purging you from your life, or the way of life that you know. And working hard doesn't mean jack. Education doesn't mean jack. If you can't make it, what's the ROI on all these degrees? What is the return on the investment? Who wants to buy a stock every time you look up the clowns are doing a reverse split? Oh, you paid $90. Happened to me before. I'm in Rivian still. I paid 90, traded it for 90. Son of a gun's at 13. So I figure, hey, kind of wait it out, maybe add every now and then. But if you know that's going to continuously happen, you're not going to invest in it, right? Where's return the ROI on the degrees? And then you got to pay back the student loan. This is a joke that is not funny. We've all been bamboozled. That's how I feel. You got to pay back the student loan. Even if you're not working a job in the field, can afford it, they don't care whether you're able to pay your rent or mortgage or not. Oh, that's okay. They're going to take it out of your check from your income tax refund if there is one. So all that combined is part of what I call the civilized silent purge. What's next? The chaos around the corner. And it's making me think that's what they want. If we can figure it out, you think the big ones at the top, but they don't know, they know what's going to happen. The civilized silent purge will lead to like the Hunger Games. And I'm sorry, the odds are not in our favor for them just being collective. It's not. All the layoffs, jobs, elimination of job creation. So after the civilized silent purge, and the numbers start to get higher and higher, next will be the chaos around the corner. And as Americans, no, if I don't care what your nationality is, north, south, east, west, where you live, as an American, no one is coming to save us. As I told my friend, you're on your own. We're all on our own. So yeah, what kind of summer? A hot unemployed summer. A hot unemployed winter, spring, and fall. This is sad. It is not sustainable. But guess what? I don't see any politicians trying to make it better. I just, what are they? What's the plan? What is the plan? We have the news, so what's the plan? Well, just starve us all out? Is that the plan? Yeah. So enjoy your summer, people. Besides the heat wave for many, it's going to be a hot summer, all right? A hot, unemployed summer. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.